Morning, welcome to the TRG Money Minute. I'm Devin Shute. So good news, from today you'll be able to visit your favorite local restaurant, but under very different conditions. So you're going to have to observe things like social distancing, masks, obviously not while you're eating, screening, and also not being served alcohol with your meal, which is still an unfortunate development for restaurant owners. Last week, we had CPI, or inflation, dropping to its lowest level in almost 15 years for the month of April. This registered at 3%, which was down a lot from the previous month, and this is good news for consumers as well as investors. Now, while our finance minister usually presents his budget in February, last week Tito Mboweni tabled an emergency budget, and this was the first in our democratic history and due to COVID. So the speech was really high in emotion and light on detail, and we're expecting to get more detail in October during the medium-term budget policy statement. He highlighted that government debt is our biggest weakness and needs to be addressed before it becomes unsustainable. To put this into perspective, he said that the South African government now spends 21 cents for every R1 it takes in taxes just on interest on its debt, which is up from 15 cents at the February budget. So by painting this very stark picture, the government is now put in a position where it has to decide to correct the weak financial situation we're in, or continue down the current path that we're on, which will ultimately take these decisions out of their hands. It is rumored that Tito has the political support, but we need to wait for evidence that these changes are being implemented. We are also seeing many listed companies approach their shareholders for further capital. Last week, we had City Lodge and Pepkor ask their shareholders for more money, and this is really to strengthen balance sheets, position them well for ongoing uncertainty, as well as future possible acquisitions. So lots to think about. Keep us on our toes.